This is Corey.
And I'm Sharonda.
And this is Until Forever. This is a relationship podcast where we don't claim to be gurus or experts or anything like that. We just want to help somebody. We want somebody to help us, especially her. And we are just hoping to have a great conversation, great dialogue today. Whenever you're watching this, however you're watching it, we want you to be... What's wrong?
Nothing. Go ahead.
What I do?
Hopefully people can help me with you.
What? Wait a minute. Help you with me. So are you trying... Boy, she a slick one, ain't she? Lord have mercy. So, so you know how to find us. You can contact us with the information that's about to pop on your screen right about now. And please drop us a line. You can send us a message. Go watch some old episodes. If something triggers something in you, tell us about it. We want to hear.
It's not triggering, but yeah, communicate with us.
That's normally the best conversations is when I trigger her. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So I'm just hoping that I'm too in now. I'm just teasing her. I'm trying to get her ready to talk. You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, guys, we got a great conversation for you today, and I know it's something that you've heard about. Go ahead and take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, in recent gossip is Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan's breakup, and so many speculations and quote-unquote sources about why the relationship ended. So, the only thing that we really know is that all the pictures that she had with them together or him on her timeline on Instagram are gone. So the real discussion is it's a lot of, conversation on social media about someone being able to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm not looking to settle down. I still have things I want to do. I think we kind of touched on that a little, didn't we, in season 1?
A little bit. I think it was like state your expectations or, make your motives known or, somewhere along those lines, quit playing with it. Relationships are basically for marriage. Eventually that's the goal. It's not, if you just dating forever, like
just to be out here chilling.
Yeah, brother.
Make it known so that everybody, gets to be on one page. Everybody understands what's going on. And, so the thing is like, okay, that we know of, they've dated publicly for over a year. And, let's say they called it quits because she wasn't ready. Then, is it really wrong? Was it misleading? Because there's a decade of age difference there. Mm-hmm. So the discussion that Corey and I had amongst ourselves is that, there's a 10-year age difference between the two of them. So there's a lot more living that Michael B. Jordan may have done than Lori Harvey has done. This is just speculations here, guys. Mm-hmm. And that we know of, he has never had a very public relationship, whereas Lori Harvey has had several public relationships. None that have lasted as long as this one. And so the thing is, women empowerment, she's only 25. And I think that's the part that got me is like when I would see people say on social media, she's only 25. And to know like 20, 30 years ago, like everybody wanted to be married by the time they were 25. Yep. So it was just kind of interesting to me how like the whole outlook of like she's only 25, and by my mom by the time she was 25 she had two maybe 3 kids I think, and more than several years of marriage under her belt. Mm-hmm. So
I think it's very interesting, and it speaks to where our generation is today, and it speaks volumes as to why, and you gotta follow me on this, as to why. No, I'm not even going to say that. I will say this. It does seem like great marriages are few and far between. And I think it's that way because this generation gets stuck at dating. Like we're stuck in the dating phase to where Michael Todd said this not too long ago. I think he said the word date is not in the Bible. I think he said, I can't remember. Some of you may have seen this interview. He did an interview with somebody, and he was basically saying that he feels like marriages are failing now because we never were supposed to date like we date. So it's like we get married, and to us, marriage is just a longer date because we'll do that and then jump right into the next thing, and it's like there's no commitment, there's no sanctity to marriage anymore. There's no, and I think we kind of treat it anyway. I'm kind of sliding off into a
That's a whole other episode topic.
Yeah, but
it's interesting that you bring that up because when you go and look at marriage biblically, it was arranged.
Not all.
It was contractual.
Not all.
No.
But most. And the important ones. People who had something to lose, like land, cattle, different things like that. So in order to keep that stuff in the family, or in order to marry into some success so that your family would be okay, marriages were arranged.
Well, yeah, because even, Isaac, is it Isaac? When Isaac marries, is it Isaac or Jacob? Jacob. Isaac tells Jacob to go back to his mother's family. And Jacob is the one with the two wives, right? Rachel and Leah.
I think you're right.
Okay.
I have to look to be sure.
I feel like I need a Sunday school lesson right now.
Lord, Sunday school. Lord.
Goodness, it's been a minute since I've read the story, but yes, Jacob is told either by his mother or his father. I want to say his mother to go, and that's when he goes to her brother. And that was like a whole hey, don't marry these women around here because his mom was already having issues with Esau's wife because Esau married a local woman. Mm-hmm. So he went back to where his family was from to find a wife.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I mean, that was biblical stuff. But to bring it back to what we're talking about, let's explore this a little bit. Was Lori bogus?
I don't want to talk about if Lori was bogus. That's not why I was bringing it up. I was bringing it up.
I want to know.
We don't even know what happened. It's all speculation of the why and the why not. What we do know is he's definitely not on her social media page.
That's very true. But the social media posts that we've been seeing, the ones that I've seen a lot, and I think it's interesting that social media is so spot on with who to send what to so that you see certain things. Because I haven't seen some of the stuff she's seen. What I've been seeing is, man, you can do everything you want to do. It's still not enough. As if this entire relationship was based off of him making her want to marry him. And I think that says a lot with how we view relationships and how we view marriages. Like, is that what it is? Like, as a man, do you date someone, you see someone you like, and now you're supposed to present all this stuff to make her say yes to you when you propose? Or is that relationship supposed to be a building phase where you let yourself be vulnerable and say, this is who I am, while she's being vulnerable saying, this is who I am, and you all then find out if this match is compatible? Like, is that what dating is? Like, what is it? Like, what is it? Because nowadays you can't do nothing. Me as a man, I would be terrified to enter the dating scene. Do I pay for the meal, or will I offend her by paying for the meal?
Oh well, I get what you're saying, but yeah.
But like you saying, yeah, pay for. I get it, but
I'm traditional.
But I'm telling you, these he think I'm broke. I could buy everybody a meal in here. Like, now she mad because you doing the gentleman thing. Like, you I'm telling you, it's so weird now, so different. We don't know what happened. We don't know the ins and outs. But let's say Lori and Michael dated for a year and a half, however long it was. He proposed. and she says, "I'm not ready." What does that say?
Personally, I would be like, well, what have we been doing? Like, what was the point? But then I don't want to use their names. I just want to say in general.
Okay.
Because
that's fair. No, that's fair.
In general, a lot of people may find themselves in this situation, and it's not the man asking, it's the woman wanting. It's the woman wanting the ring, wanting the commitment, wanting the marriage, wanting all of it.
And I know we're not saying names, but that's what's baffling about this situation.
Because from the outside looking in, we're not living with them. It's not day to day. And that's any relationship. I don't care how much you think you know about two people. If you're not with them both every second of the day, you have no clue the ins and outs of their relationship.
No clue.
So I would say if you have a relationship, like you see this relationship and you're thinking, oh, wow, look at them. They're so cute. They're committed. They're moving forward. They're going on vacations together. They done met the family. They're doing the thing. And then all of a sudden it's like Splitsville. Like, and you guys know how it is. We've talked about this before. You go and you delete all the pictures off of social media. You don't want anything to do with them. You don't want nobody talking about them. You don't want any of your friends still hanging with them, talking to them, texting them, nothing. The family needs to completely cut them off. They are no longer in your world, so they shouldn't be in anybody else's. And everybody's just like, wait, what happened? I thought everything was going good. I think for me to see a lot of women being like, whatever the reason, like, let her live her life, it's like, wow, really? I guess women have changed, because I would think that women would be like, what's wrong with her?
No, they ain't changed. Y'all fickle. Because them probably the same chicks that was saying, I'm mad. Now Michael off the playing board. Now he got him somebody. Market, yes. He's no longer, I can't.
There was definitely people upset that was the person he went public with.
They was mad. And now she done walked off. It's like, oh, she young, let her do what she want. Like, I don't. That's why I understand what you're saying. Take the names away from it, but this is such a weird situation where it's like Mike. That. He was okay. So when they started dating, he was up here when it came to like, this is the guy you want. I want a Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like it was up there.
I get what you're saying.
And since they've started dating, I feel like the popularity has gone down. Black Panther
definitely happened.
Is older. I think it's gone down a little bit, just a little bit, a teach. Not that he's not still popular. He's still that dude.
Gone down.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I guess your loins still be.
No, my loins ain't nothing. I just I'm on social media, boy.
I'm just saying, it's it's very strange that this guy, who seems to be the total package, is doing all of this stuff for her and taking her everywhere and doing all of this, and you don't want him.
I don't know.
To me, that is baffling. That baffles the brain. Is she that self-centered? Is she that into herself?
I don't know why we have to keep talking about
I'm just saying. I don't get it.
I think
I'm mad. I think I'm angry.
And see, this is typically the response I have seen in the last 48 hours from men.
Because what do we got to do?
Men are like, what in the world? What do you want? Here is somebody that gave someone, from what the world can see, here's someone that gave the woman everything that, quote unquote, most women say that they want, and now he's not good enough.
Still ain't enough.
But we don't know what happened.
This last thing I'm ask you about her, and then we're going to talk about it as a generalization. Okay? This is the last thing I'm going to ask you. And you need to answer honestly. Are you ready?
Sure.
Did she lead him on?
I don't know. Based
off of what we know.
We know nothing.
Did she? And that's their fault. So we get to speculate. Whenever people don't know, they get to make accusations.
And let me just say this. This is coming from the person who was like, I don't understand why we're so obsessed with this Johnny Depp. What's her name? Something her name,
Amber Heard.
I didn't pay attention to it. It was on the news every day. When Corey was getting irritated. Now he's upset because we don't know any details about Lori and Michael.
Because that became a spectacle. That just became a circus. I don't even think they was taking it seriously in the courtroom. It was silly. And now it's all over. And It just was, when it first happened, I thought it was terrible, and I thought it was something that needed to be addressed because men be getting beat too. And, it ran its course, and they stretched the mess out of it. They made a spectacle of it out of court. That's what my problem was that. But with this...
Did she lead him on?
Did she lead him on?
Honestly, based on the caliber of the couple of guys that she was public with dating, to go on to be with Michael B. Jordan, I was very surprised. It made me wonder about him. Like, is he a different person than the persona that he puts forth?
Let me ask you this. Is she an Instagram model?
No, she's legit. She's a legit model.
She's a legit model?
Yes. Like, wearing...
So Instagram models aren't legit?
They're not on runways, no.
Okay, I get you there. So she's on the runway.
I mean, I don't... She's not... She's doing ads, like famous brand advertising.
Okay.
In magazines and things.
Did she have something to gain for having him on her arm?
I think it made her look more serious, to be taken more seriously by having him on her arm. Mm-hmm. Because before she was just like this, she was Steve Harvey's stepdaughter, who he adopted, and she's showing up at parties with Tiana Taylor and, this crowd, and she's hanging out with artists and athletes. It just makes her look like, I don't know, like an old school Kim Kardashian.
I feel like she saw an opportunity,
or Paris Hilton,
to enhance her marketability, and she took full advantage of it. And when, when the tool she was using tried to attach itself to her, she moved away. She got out of it. She bailed. She jumped ship.
I don't know. I mean, you're a 35-year-old man. You're probably definitely ready to settle down in this day and age, I guess.
So to me, if that's the case, she's bogus. She's wrong. Because he has the right to know from the beginning this is something that
maybe
we
she
can
thought
build
that's
together.
what she maybe she thought that's what she wanted.
She ain't think that. You said it yourself.
Maybe he cheated. Maybe we're making Michael B. Jordan out to be this great person. Maybe he cheated.
Wait a minute. First of all, black men don't cheat.
I'm sorry, what?
Ask Charlemagne.
What do black men do then?
Black men don't cheat. Boys do a whole lot of stuff that should be doing.
There's a lot of tall boys out here.
It sure is. You're absolutely right. But black
20,
men...
30, 40, 50, 60...
Michael B. Jordan
boys
is the man. Because in order to...
Not just black either.
In order to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, you have to be a man. They don't play with little boys.
Oh, okay.
So he is a man. I'm telling you. What?
Not true.
All I'm saying, you can laugh and giggle all you want.
I think you just taking this way farther than I thought we were going to take this episode.
I am. I'm kind of... It bothers me. It doesn't bother me. Okay, so let's generalize it. It's not about what she did to him. Okay? It's not about the victim, Michael B. Jordan. It's not about that.
The victim?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's not about their situation and how she did him. It's about...
I'm listening.
It's about this. Should you state your intentions when you meet someone you're interested in dating?
Okay. I'm going to leave this person nameless, but we had a conversation a couple of weeks ago with a young woman where they were talking about intentions after like the third or fourth week of knowing a gentleman. And you said...
Who's this?
I can't say the name. We're recording.
Oh.
And I don't talk to that many ladies. And you said, I think you just banned too hard. It's too soon. You should have gave her more time. So how long should you give somebody before you start talking about intentions?
It depends.
I know a year and a half is excessive, but I'm just saying, how long?
Yeah, okay. We're not talking about them. We're generalizing.
Okay, generally.
You keep trying to bring...
3 months? 2
to bring
months?
Michael B back into it.
3 months? 2 months?
No, I really think it depends. I think it depends on the nature of that relationship. If it's someone you see every day, y'all work together or whatever, like, of course that's going to
You
get...
all date coworkers out there?
I hope not. That it's going to be approached differently. But if it's someone you meet on a dating app, or you at the bar, or you at church, and that's something I said them to, like they, whatever.
Let's keep going.
and you meet someone, and you all are interested in each other. I think you do. I think you do. As soon as possible, as soon as you can have a serious conversation, you state your intentions. Listen, I know this is our first date. I'm really feeling you. Like, that's why I asked you out. And before we go any further, I want to state my intentions. Like, I'm however old, I'm very interested in being married and having a family, having children. If that is not what you want, I think it's important that we disclose that to each other now. That way, we don't become Michael B. I know we're not talking about them. We're not talking about them. That way, we don't get too far in this, and I'm thinking we going here when you just over here.
But realistically, 8 times out of 10, the conversation is going the other way around. It's not a man saying, "Hey, what's your intentions? Because these are mine, and I don't want to get down the lane here." Usually, 8 times out of 10, it's the woman saying, "What are your intentions? Because this is what I'm working towards."
That's true. Which brings me to
and then it's what scares the dude away.
It does, or it just depends if the guy has had sex with her or not. Just being real, but that leads me to this question here. Then, should women be looking to date older men?
I don't know.
Because from what I've started to notice, and I could be way off base, or this could just be the people that I'm seeing or the things that I'm noticing. It seems like, well, we know for a fact, women mature quicker than men do. But nowadays, I feel like the maturing age is getting older and older, not just with men, but with women too. And I blame city girls.
I think that's life experience. So, not city girls.
I'm just saying.
Maybe reality television.
All of the above. Because they came from watching, like, I blame all of
We're
that.
We're a long way from real world.
I blame all of that stuff. So, what girls were normally in high school dreaming about being married and raising a family and, career oriented, all of that. It's now, I'm finna have fun. I'm finna do me. I'm finna be out here sticking and moving, blah, blah, blah. And I
don't think it's all that. I get what you're saying. I don't think it's all like, I'm finna do me. I think it's that we've learned lessons from our mothers and our grandmothers, that there were desires that they had to travel or to accomplish things or to achieve goals, and they didn't follow through on those because they got married so young, they started a family so young, and family comes first.
You proving my point. Because even saying that shows a level of maturity. That I don't want to just pop out kids and be stuck at the house yet. I want to enjoy my life, and I want to, do A, B, and C. So that is a level of maturity, realizing that. So you're not going to put yourself in the position to where you're now stuck in the things that you don't want to be stuck into early. Fellas, by the way, excuse me, not by the way, but fellas, on the other hand, we tend to, whatever happens, happens. We see a girl we like, we put her number in the phone. And when you, on your way home, you see another one you like, you put her number in the phone too, because we only live once and we don't even know how the first one gonna go. That might not work out. So we gotta have backup plans. Like, that's how fellas think. So.
But now ladies are thinking like that.
Exactly. And when ladies stop thinking like that, it's between 25, 30, 35 years old. fellas, we used to be in that range. I think now it's between 30, 35, 40, maybe even 45 years old before we're like, you know what? Maybe I need to settle down.
We need to do like a singles panel episode with a couple of single guys. I think
that's a great idea to see what their expectations are for relationships and where they're at with them and all that. That's a great idea. Be on the lookout for that because that's coming. It's got to come. That's a great idea. But I feel like, and I'm telling you, I'm right. They're gonna be like, we saw the episode, Corey. You was right. And Michael B. Jordan is a man, and he is a victim. That's what they're gonna say.
He's a victim.
That's what they're gonna say.
He's never gonna say. He's too private for that.
Oh yeah, we're never gonna know what happened. By the way,
he's too private.
That's just where we're
Steve
at.
Harvey and Marjorie are too smart for Lori's stuff to even get out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a Seal type story.
And everything they do
this
is
like a Beyonce thing. Like,
yes.
And you ain't gonna get no album after to tell you what happened.
Everything they do is calculated. We're not gonna hear nothing. So again, it ain't about them. This is what the question was, because I want to know what you think. Should women be looking to date older men? That's the question you posed. Yes, women that are in the position, women that are ready to settle down. If you're 30, should you be looking at 35 to 40?
I guess when I was younger, I mean, we've been married 10 and a half years. Girl. I wanted to say close to 11, but we're not quite there. But yeah, 10 and a half years. And 10 years ago, I would have thought, no, I don't want to be with somebody way older than me. But honestly, when you look at a lot of the older women that we know and marriages that are still together or marriages where somebody has passed on, there was kind of an age gap with most people. It was typically like a woman marrying somebody that was 4, 5, sometimes 6 years older than her. Maybe even a couple more than that. So maybe the answer is yes.
I think so. Ladies, I want you to know, if he's over 40, he's not going to cheat.
That's not true.
Because his knees hurt?
That's not true. And no, don't nobody want a broken down 40-year-old man.
His knee, he ain't broken down. It's just his knees hurt.
You said his knees hurt?
He started getting sleepy at 9 and his memory starts to
That's not true. It's some vibrant, thriving 40-year-old men and women out
his
here.
knees hurt. He started getting sleepy at 9.
And you take care of your body takes care of you.
And he can't remember nothing.
Oh my God.
He mess around and call you Diane.
Please.
Who is Diane? I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you. His knees hurt. He started getting sleepy at 9. That's what I'm going to start telling people. I got it. That's what I'm telling. If you are in your 30s, ladies, and you looking for a man, here are the questions you got to ask. Y'all sitting down, eat, you go on a date, and you start, just reach over, touch his knee. Does your knee hurt? Ask him. Does your knee hurt? How was your day? And if he do this, he started moving his leg like that.
God, make me a bird so I can fly.
That's the one. That's the one. I'll tell you, that's the one. And then ask him if it's 9 o'clock. Ask him, you about ready? And if he start doing it, or if he start scratching, this is what fella when we get tired. Y'all know we do this. We get tired. He start doing it. If he do that, he the one. He the one.
It's not the one.
Then ask him, what was the waitress's name? I don't know. Betty? Olivia? I don't know. Remember? He the one.
Oh my goodness.
Huh? You don't think I'm right?
Okay, guys. Sound off in the comments. Inbox us. Email us.
I'm totally kidding, by the way. Please don't ask nobody.
Let us know what your thoughts have been. You may be like, you know what? I don't really care. But it may not necessarily be about Michael and Lori, but it could just be about, the dating scene and stating intentions. We want to hear about all of it.
And I want to know if you feel like Michael was a victim.
If you're single and you're interested in being on that panel episode, let us know.
If he was a victim.
Okay. Thank you for watching.